Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing YouTube advice for musicians. The point of this video is to help you understand YouTube and how you can use it to your advantage in this bizarre, gigless world. So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about why you need YouTube, and then I'll share some advice on how to make it work for you. If you have questions at any point in this video, leave me a comment or email me, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. The number one reason that all of us should be using YouTube is that it's free advertising. Sharing on YouTube is a way to show what skills and services you offer. And yeah, eventually you might be able to monetize your channel, but that's totally secondary to all the free advertising you get by sharing what you love doing. Even other free platforms like Instagram and Facebook are totally inferior, in my opinion, because they make it really hard to share links and events and basically anything I want to share with people, whereas YouTube feels a lot less suppressed and controlled to me. I heard someone refer to Instagram as your virtual business card one time, and I love that, but I would just extend that to say your entire public online presence is your business card. Anything that's not totally private can be used by someone else to decide if they want to hire you. So think of YouTube as a way to show anyone, anywhere in the world, what skill set you have to offer. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but if you focus on making content that you enjoy making, it can be a great way to supplement your income. Here's the key though. Your YouTube has to funnel back to an actual income stream. Don't bank, pun intended, don't bank on your channel getting monetized and making money that way. It can happen, but it takes forever, and it's not nearly as practical as just linking back to your website or other income stream. So anytime you're sharing on YouTube, make sure that your video links back to either your website, a paid platform like Patreon, or an email address where people can schedule private lessons with you. Okay, how do I do that? Make a direct pitch in every video. It doesn't have to be awkward, but like if you post a cover video, you can include a slide at the end that has your contact info or links back to whatever platform you want to direct people to. You should also include your contact info or website in the description of your video. And if you're posting a lesson or tutorial video, you could just stop in the middle and say, hey, if you want to book a one-on-one lesson with me, here's how you can do that. Speaking of which, if you'd like to book a direct consultation for your YouTube channel, you can email me at contact@abigailflowersmusic.com. See, that wasn't so bad. Here are a few things that you should consider if you're making or updating an existing YouTube channel. First is, what kind of videos do you want to make? Some common types of videos include performance or cover videos, lesson or tutorial videos, and vlogs or lifestyle videos. Keep in mind that YouTube is largely an informational platform, and regardless of what your skill set is, there is someone out there who wants to learn how to do what you do. You should also consider your niche, and that basically means honing in on something more specific than music, which is a very broad umbrella. So ask yourself, what's my instrument? What's my genre? Do I have unique life experience? Have I been on tours? Do I know how to build my own instruments? Whatever it is. Niching down doesn't mean that you only post content that fits that narrow slice, but it does give your channel a direction, and it's actually going to make people more willing to subscribe to your channel if they know what to expect. So if you're posting guitar tutorials and cooking videos, potential subscribers are going to be a little bit confused, and they might say, I don't really want to subscribe to this channel if he's going to be posting about his eggs every morning. But you do you. You can also consider branding for your video, but I would say not to take this too seriously. The word branding always scares me, but I think it just means visual consistency. So branding and equipment are two things that I think are worth considering, but don't let either of those things stop you. Just because you don't know the visual aesthetic that you want your channel to have, put things out there. You can revise as you go. If you don't have the best lighting, put things out there. You can get better as you go. This is a terrible setup I have right now, but I have fantastic information to pass along to you, so it doesn't matter. So now we're gonna get to the big idea, and the big idea of this video is YouTube SEO. And SEO is search engine optimization. I am not an expert, but I have spent a lot of hours researching this, and I think It's a lot easier than you realize to make small changes that are going to have a big impact on your channel. So there are a lot of analytics to consider when you're trying to make your video successful. There are thumbnails that affect your click-through rate. There's editing and captions, which affect your viewer retention. But the most bang for your buck as far as time and energy goes is in selecting great keywords. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: choosing great keywords helps you rank in search. That's going to mean you're a big fish in a small pond, and that is the goal for every small YouTube channel. So the idea is this: instead of choosing a one-word general keyword like music or jazz or ukulele, you want to find a long keyword that has a decent amount of search volume. I often find that the best keywords are in the format of like a sentence that someone would type into YouTube. So think of it this way: if you choose the keyword music or jazz or whatever, you're showing up as one of millions and millions and millions of search results. And I promise you're going to be on page 6,000 of the search results, and your video is going to go die there. But if your keyword is longer and more specific, like how to solo over jazz chords, you're going to show up much higher in search results. You might show up on the first page, and that's exactly where you want to be. I want to take a second to differentiate keywords from hashtags. So I see a lot of people confuse keywords with hashtags because we use hashtags on Instagram primarily, but now I guess they're on Facebook. I don't understand how they function on Facebook. But a keyword is a word or phrase that you can use in the title, description, and tag section of your video. So you want to find a long descriptive keyword that can form the basis of your video's title, and then you want to reuse that same wording in the first or second sentence of your video's description, and then you want to use that same keyword in the tag section of your video. And I'll show you on the screen what each of those sections look like. Just based on spacing, you're going to be able to fit 1 or 2 keywords into your video's title. You can fit a lot more into your description and in the tag section of your video. So how will you know if you found a good keyword? If you don't want to invest too much time or energy into this, you can honestly just experiment and try to think of phrases that someone might search on YouTube. The quicker way to zero in on great keywords is by using TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a free browser extension that is limited in its free form, but is still extremely helpful. And I use the version that's like $10 a month, and it is more than worth it to me. So for example, I'm releasing this video about YouTube advice for musicians. So I'm going to type in YouTube advice for musicians, and we'll see what TubeBuddy tells me. So this is what you would see in the free version, and I'm seeing green zone, 61 out of 100, that's great. But because I pay, I'm going to find the weighted score, and it's going to tell me more specifically for my channel how well this title would do. Okay, I'm getting a 42 out of 100. So I'm going to change this word to tips. Okay, now I've got a 78. So it's pretty crazy how much changing one word can impact where I show up in search results. So down here you can see not a huge amount of search volume, but decent. I'm going to rank relatively well compared to other channels, and this shows me my optimization strength. So I'm almost definitely going to use YouTube tips for musicians as a keyword here. But if I want to look for keywords for the tag section, I might search SEO for musicians. All right, that's only a 28, so maybe I'll click on YouTube SEO for musicians. That's 38. And down here you can see it's got poor search volume. There's just not enough demand to make that a great keyword. But at the same time, I'm poised to do really well for it, so I might actually tag it that. We can also take a look at one of my most successful recent videos, which is an easy ukulele tutorial of Dream a Little Dream of Me. So I can see through TubeBuddy which keywords I'm ranking for in search. So for example, it says that I'm ranking as #1 for the keyword easy ukulele tutorial Dream a Little Dream of Me. So I've made that keyword the title of my video. I've used almost the exact same words in the first sentence of the description of my video, and of course, that phrase is also in the tag section. And I've included lots of other long keywords in the tags, and from time to time, I'll come back to this video and see which tags have a green dot, which shows where I rank in search, and I'll replace keywords that I'm not ranking for. Like I said, I've found that a lot of successful keywords take the form of a sentence someone might search for on YouTube. So if I want to learn how to replace the headlight of my 2008 Subaru Impreza, I'm going to search on YouTube, how to replace headlight 2008 Subaru Impreza. What I'm not going to search for is Carl's Car Talk, episode 14, headlight stuff. So using your own name or a catchy name for a series is good branding, but it's not necessarily good for ranking in search, unless you can fit other keywords into the title as well. So just keep that in mind. So I can also use this keyword research to choose video topics. And that means using TubeBuddy to identify long keywords that I have a chance at ranking for on YouTube. So the paid version that I'm using allows me to see my personalized results. I definitely don't think that TubeBuddy's results are 100% accurate because the internet is complicated, but it has been immensely helpful in pointing me in the right direction when I'm deciding what kind of videos to make. So if I search for the term ukulele cover La Vie en Rose, I get a score of 27 out of 100. If I search ukulele cover of Que Sera, I get a score of 79. So if I'm torn on what song to cover next, you know which one I'm going to pick. And of course, you should always make content that you want to make, the things you believe in and enjoy making, but every once in a while, it doesn't hurt to make a strategic decision. Important side note, you probably noticed that the name of the song is not Que Sera, it's Que Sera Sera. So my great keyword isn't even the correct title of the song. But this is something you have to keep in mind. People who search on YouTube might not know things. Just think about it. If I don't know how to do something, I might not know the right words to describe it either. So consider how someone with less knowledge or less technical knowledge might search for your content. So that means that instead of only using really technical, specific jargon, you might include some dumbed down versions of those same terms. So in summary, consider the skills that you have and how you might share those skills in video form. It could be cover videos, it could be tutorials, it could be informational vlogs. Make sure that your videos link back to an income source like Patreon, your website, or an email address for scheduling private lessons. Then use keyword research to land as high as possible in YouTube search and maximize your free advertising potential. Again, feel free to email me at contact@abigailflowersmusic.com and we can dig into more specifics. Rock and roll.